Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Al Show, as always. With me here is my buddy, TNA TJ. Say hello, TJ.
Woo, baby, all day.
Hope everyone's having a very nice Saturday afternoon and turning into a Saturday night. If you're going out tonight, please be careful. We worry about you guys.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to get things started. All wrestling, as always. We got an hour of wrestling. No special callers scheduled except your own. So we want to hear from our callers. If you guys would like to give us a call, it's 347-857-1485. And we're just going to talk some wrestling, very random stuff, nothing planned, no games, because an hour really isn't long enough to talk about everything that we want to talk about anyway.
No,
we could really get into this for a much longer time. So we're just going to talk, and we're going to talk about a couple of different things, all wrestling. So let's get the show on the road. First thing we probably want to talk about is coming up on Sunday. We have Elimination Chamber from the World Wrestling Entertainment. That doesn't sound right. The World Wrestling Entertainment. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying the World Wrestling Federation.
Of course.
So we got two big matches. Of course, the Elimination Chamber matches, both for titles, World Heavyweight title and WWE title, which I still think should be really the same thing. There should only be one world champion. But if they want to stick with that, then
it is what it is.
It is what it is, I guess. For the WWE title, Sheamus is going to be defending against John Cena, Randy Orton, Kofi Kingston, Triple H, and $1 million, no, just kidding, Ted DiBiase Jr. He's, I guess, no nickname really for him. He's just Ted DiBiase.
Just the son.
He's just the son of the $1 Million Man.
Of $1 Million Man.
And that will be clearly evident in the Hall of Fame induction when all spotlight is on Dad. You think he'll have a big match? Maybe Randy Orton at WrestleMania?
Maybe. I don't think so, though.
No? What are they going to do with Cody? Hang him out to dry?
Yeah.
Fire Dusty and Cody and Goldust. What the hell's going to happen with Goldust? I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I want to know what's going to happen. I don't know. Listen, I haven't been watching ECW, so I don't really know what's going on with all the ECW stars. I know Ezekiel Jackson is coming to SmackDown.
Scary stuff.
We saw nice promotions. Why scary?
Scary bad. He's no good.
Who? He's good. I like Ezekiel Jackson.
He's bad, dude. He has no mic skills.
Yeah, but he's a good wrestler. He's big size for a big man. He looks pretty powerful. He hits pretty hard.
You're a wrestling guy.
Him and Christian had a good match in the ring. Well, I'm not saying he's going to have to be your main eventer.
Right.
If he goes and takes over SmackDown and WrestleMania, we got Sheamus versus Ezekiel Jackson, then it's time to start a protest. Time to start a protest. So what else is going on? What do you want to talk about this week, TNA TJ? We'll get back into the Elimination Chamber matches and our picks and all that stuff. We got all day, all hour.
Impact.
That's all you ever want to talk about. It was a great, great show. We have Wrestling George on the line. Wrestling George is going to tell us what he thought of this week in wrestling. George, are you with us?
I'm here. I am here.
George, what did you think about wrestling this week? What was your favorite show of the week out of all of them?
Favorite show?
Thunder?
I would say Impact.
Impact! That was also my favorite show. TNA TJ, was that your favorite show?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, right. That's 3 votes for Impact, Show of the Week. All right. Second place, easily SmackDown?
I don't know. SmackDown
was a little weak,
yeah.
But Raw was awful.
It was terrible. I know. Would you give it a D?
I gave it a C-, but it should have probably been a
D, dude.
Maybe a D+.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
I like the Jerry Springer segment.
I didn't.
Why not?
This is too cheesy for me, man.
Too silly.
Yeah.
But I like sometimes the silly stuff is fun. Wrestling's meant to be a little tongue-in-cheek.
I don't think the crowd was like, wow. In the beginning, I think it was okay, but then it got way overboard, no?
How'd you like the Springer segment, George?
I liked it. I mean, yeah, I liked it. It was good.
It's a lot of insight.
Is that your analysis?
Yeah. My analysis, it was great. It was wonderful. I liked it. There was a lot of weird stuff.
Why was it so great and why was it so wonderful?
Because it was crazy. I didn't know what was going on. Santino was in there. You know, he didn't know who. He thought he was the baby's daddy. It's great.
He did think that, yeah. So you like that stuff? You like the soap opera?
I love it. I love it. Thought it was great. That's what I wanted to see. I mean, I actually liked Raw. Now that I think about it, Raw was great too.
You like Raw every week?
Raw is pretty good every single week.
I would like Judge Judy. I think she would be an awesome guest. She would be.
Has she been a guest?
No,
she might have been one. Yeah.
Any good?
I didn't see it, but I believe she was.
Is she? I'm
not sure. Maybe I'm out of my mind.
Steve Wilkos, has he ever had?
Who the hell is that?
The Jerry Springer security guard.
Oh,
throws the chair around.
Awful. But anyway, I like that segment. We're talking about the WWE title match. Let's give our predictions before we move on. I'm going to go with, it's probably got to be Triple H, right?
Let me take it.
Triple H, you don't even know who's in the match. This guy, ladies and gentlemen, TNA TJ, that's all he watches. That's all he knows.
Yeah, Bret.
Who do you like in that match Bret Hart's in the Elimination Chamber match? Something tells me Bret Hart wouldn't make it out of the Elimination Chamber.
Man.
You wrestling George, who's your pick, man? Who do you like for that? I got to go Triple H because, you know, he's a booker and all.
Well, I hope Triple H doesn't win. I'm going for Sheamus, pal. Sheamus.
You love Sheamus. You see that, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of variety on the Big Al Show. We even, as much as we dislike Sheamus, Wrestling George, he likes Sheamus, everybody.
I like Jericho in this.
Jericho. TJ going Jericho. That's the other Elimination Chamber match. That's the SmackDown version. You're looking at the wrong one, TNA TJ. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you try to get a TNA fan to make predictions for a WWE pay-per-view.
Silly thing, man. There's two eliminations.
Well, there's two heavyweight title matches. Well, they're both world title. Well, one's a WWE title, one's a heavyweight title.
Each other. They're both.
No, they're both. It's the pay-per-view title.
Oh, that's silly.
Well, it's better than your 8-card stud match.
No way. I want to rule, man.
No way.
No.
I like. So who do you like, man? Come on.
Okay, honestly.
Sheamus, like freaking Wrestling George over here.
I'm gonna go Orton.
They never give him the good wins, bro.
Man, I don't see Kofi winning. Come on.
He should be champion
for.
He should be champion for at least. I'm not even kidding you. I mean, at least 2 years. At least solid 2 years. Orton should be champion.
Run down the line here. DiBiase. No way.
No way they're giving DiBiase the belt.
Okay, Kofi.
If they do, but you know what, DiBiase, as much as he's not ready, he might be more ready than Sheamus. No.
Is he ready? Okay, what about Kofi?
They're not going to give it to him either.
Obviously. Does he deserve it now? No way.
He's probably not there yet.
Triple H.
What? He could give it to himself, but you know what? He's a great entertainer. He's good. He's a good wrestler. I can't hate on Triple H.
The only two here that would stick out is Cena and Orton.
So I'm looking Cena, Orton, or Triple H. Sheamus can't keep it? I think they can't ride him into WrestleMania?
Oh, please don't.
That would be a big failure.
Please don't.
If it happens. Sorry, Wrestling George.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing WrestleMania.
We got some news, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to continue with our picks. We're going to spread them out throughout the hour. We're just getting started here. It's only 6:10.
Nice.
We're going to spread it out. So that's our first round. We got some news. And this is a little controversial, so we want to address it here on the radio show. No holds barred.
Oh.
What do you think about the Orlando Jordan bisexual character? Now, I didn't know it was bisexual, I found out, but I guess it's a bisexual character.
I'm surprised. I mean, I didn't know what to think. You actually told me. You gave me the breaking news before I even knew about it. But, man, I don't think it's a bad thing. If he really is, then who cares? I think it would be perfect. And he don't care. He seems not to care.
No, apparently I read I didn't read spoilers before the match. I don't believe in that stuff.
Come on.
That's the worst. I don't believe in that stuff. But apparently before the match, or before the match, he had, I guess the guy who came out with him, he had a guy and a girl come out with him. The guy was rubbing on his crotch or rubbing around his crotch. There was some reports that they kissed, and then some people said no, they didn't kiss. But apparently it got very hot and heated, and I don't know.
Does it matter?
Is that going to,
so what?
Is it going to bring him attention? Is it a good gimmick? Because it's really being used as a gimmick.
So there's never been a gimmick before with personal lives, really?
Well, Adrian Adonis worked a long, long time ago. I don't know how much Lenny and Lodi got over.
Yeah, but whatever. People do. They do it all the time. Guy or girl, Macho Man brought his real life in, right? Correct? He used it. That's the way he was. He wasn't sugarcoating it.
They bring in the real life stuff. So you're right about that. Kurt Angle is hurting. Doesn't want to. Well, I guess we need to give him a rest.
Slice in the head, did it?
No, I don't think it was that Angle. Do you like the Anderson and Angle stuff?
I do, but since when does Kurt get knocked out with one big shot?
That was silly.
Come on, he can fight AJ for an hour, but a couple punches lays him out.
Yeah, that was pretty silly.
Maybe he should take a little rest. Maybe he's right,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're making him look so weak. It's a little disappointing.
I mean, Anderson's not a big guy. I mean, he's big. He's not big enough.
No, I like that they're pushing Anderson, but I mean, he hit him, a couple times?
Yeah,
and it was owned.
Boy, at least
Kurt Angle
or something. Make me believe it.
How about Samoa Joe getting kidnapped?
Oh, thank God. He was a fan.
Yeah. Thumbs up. Whoever made that decision, we appreciate it.
And you can put the ransom for anything. Believe me, they're not going to pay.
They're not. We're not paying. Hey, Wrestling George, what do you think of Samoa Joe?
I don't like him. He's kind of boring. Every time he comes on, boring.
Nice. Good decision. We all don't agree on many things, but we all agree that.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah. The WWF is freaking around with all their pay-per-views, man.
What are they doing now?
They're changing names left and right, changing gimmicks. McMahon, he's gone nuts. He wants to go now. Pretty much every pay-per-view is going to be like a special gimmick deal.
Right.
He's going crazy. He's losing his mind.
What's he doing next?
Well, Backlash, they're going to bump up Extreme Rules, take over for Backlash, and then they have something called Wild Card. I should have looked this up more because I don't really know what the hell.
It's a pay-per-view?
It's called Wild Card.
Oh, man.
I don't know what they're going to do with that. And then they're going to replace the Bash with a pay-per-view titled Fatal 4-Way. Pretty stupid. Are they going to have one after that? Fatal, the 3-way dance, 8-man tag. I mean, every month we're going to have a different gimmick, barbed wire match. Come on, McMahon. You're going nuts. You're losing it. Canceling Survivor Series for these gimmick pay-per-views. That will work once.
Sure.
Maybe. And after that, if the product's not good, it's still going to stink. It's what you're putting out. If you're putting out good wrestling, I don't care what you're calling the pay-per-views.
Yeah, but those are classic. You can't just
take away them with Survivor Series.
Stupid.
You're putting out anthologies of Survivor Series, and then you're going to say, well, we're going to discontinue it. Because it's not that important. I'm sorry. I know this is old news, but I just had to bring that up really quickly because, they keep messing around with all these pay-per-views.
Right.
Not that the titles were awesome. It's not that these pay-per-view titles were so great to begin with, but whatever.
What's with the TNA naming the show like a title to a show before the show starts with that?
That's stupid. You told me about that.
What is ridiculous? I've never seen that in wrestling before. Have you?
Absolutely not. Explain to everyone again what's going on.
So the beginning of the show, when TNA starts, I've noticed, I think since last week they started this, they put a title to the show, like it was, like The Simpsons or something. The name of the show before it starts, like, I think last week's was Lords of the Ring. What was
Oh, boy.
That's stupid. I'm sorry,
Yeah, we don't like titles for,
Doesn't need a title.
Talking about suspending your disbelief. Oh, so you're already going to tell us it's all just, we're just make-believe in here. We got a title for it and everything. It's all planned out. It's a fucking story. Sorry. It's a storybook. Yeah, it's a storybook. Yeah, they should have the real wrestlers. Should have the real wrestlers' names at the end and the rest and who they played.
The credits.
Ric Flair as Ric Flair. Yeah, Terry Bollea as Hulk Hogan.
Right.
Give me a break.
Special appearance by Mike.
Mike Sanders. Where's he? You were talking about him. He's.
I like him.
Mike Sanders.
Oh, come on.
If you guys ever hung out, thank God you don't hang out with TNA TJ because he likes to look up, wrestlers who kind of, sort of, but didn't really make it, but have this niche that he likes, The Cat Ernest Miller I like.
Come on, admit, he would be good right now.
Not right now, no. I will not admit. The Cat Miller would be good right now. Really? I haven't seen him, dude, but I'm sure he's older now.
No.
What's he going to do, man?
What's he going to do? He's a good talker.
He's going to come out and just talk.
Yes, dude. Who cares?
Okay. What's he gonna do? Be a commentator?
Oh, you think he's fat and out of shape? He can't wrestle now? That guy was in shape to begin with.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's a good enough character that he can stick around just based on his character.
You're wrong.
In the ring, not nothing, bro.
I think a lot of people would disagree.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you. Somebody told me he was signing autographs when I mentioned his name.
I'm sure people, of course.
They like him.
A lot of people sign autographs.
Okay, so right now,
Iron Mike Sharp signs autographs up in Canada every day.
So you want to sign him and release like a scrubby guy for TNA, really?
Speaking of signing guys for TNA, Ming was backstage, ladies and gentlemen. Ming was backstage at the last TNA taping.
Was Barbarian there?
Barbarian was there.
Jimmy Hart?
Jimmy Hart was there.
There you go.
So we already have it all set. And if Hogan and Ming wrestle, that would be awesome. Because they did back in the early 90s.
They had the big poofy hair.
That was awesome. King Haku, one of my favorites. So listen, I wanted to get to the bottom of this story, and I finally did. Scott Steiner, we talked about how he's gone from TNA. Now, I liked Scott Steiner for a long time. I know he's not the same wrestler he used to be, and he's older, but he's still entertaining.
Sure, Papa Pump.
Right. I don't know how much he was making and if this was a business decision or what the deal was, attitude. I don't know Scott Steiner. We don't know. He seemed awesome. I loved him on camera. But they let go of him, and apparently we find out one of the reasons, or supposedly one of the reasons, Ric Flair. He was having trouble with Ric Flair. Problems.
Like what?
Well, they have a previous history, I guess, of issues with each other.
So what?
I don't know. And they were signing Ric Flair, so I guess Ric Flair has a bigger contract.
Okay.
He's cut. I remember some pretty ruthless promos on Ric Flair.
Yeah, but Steiner still can do it, man. He still can draw a crowd, no?
Where's Rick Steiner?
Rick, the dog.
Bring him back. We want the Steiner brothers.
Yeah.
How about NXT? You think it's going to work? Reality wrestling?
Yeah, maybe. But I don't...
Really? A maybe? Yeah, I'm surprised you even think maybe. Wrestling George, NXT? You like it?
I like it.
Of course you like it.
Yeah.
Why do you like it, Wrestling George?
Vince McMahon gave it a thumbs up. I'll go ahead and stick with it for a little bit.
He's going with because Vince.
That's it? Just because Vince endorsed it? Because he came out on ECW and said, watch?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Honest.
I love the honest fan.
No, but you don't like the...
Did you like that storyline? How instead of actually having, a story leading up to ECW shutting down, or maybe wrestlers fighting to keep ECW alive, or some type of story, or lead up to a big match, instead of that, they just had McMahon come out and say, "You're finished, it's over! Ah! Next level, next generation, this is old news. The stock buyers they're not buying it anymore." Forget it.
Yeah, but you can find a guy you like, no? But one of these guys you might think is real cool, and then you're...
I like him when they'll think he's good enough to go on SmackDown. Then I'll watch him, and if I like him, I like him.
Which might be entertaining.
There's already a lot of wrestling on TV, man.
There's independent guys that you might say, hey, sure, has it. Why isn't he out there? Because he's better than half the guys.
What does that have to do with NXT?
Because there could be a guy you like, and he could, I don't know, you could...
Yeah. Okay. So, whatever. I think NXT's I want to see what they're going to do with this whole reality thing. Because wrestling is what are you going to do? You're kind of on a weird kind of in territory because of the way the wrestling is, and you're going to do reality. I don't know what they're going to do. They're not going to say that, obviously. But what are they going to do?
Supposed to have something to do with sci-fi as well.
I heard about that. That's ridiculous. I heard that they wanted to incorporate science fiction into it, but I'm sure they won't let them.
Science fiction?
Yes.
Like what?
You know, the zombie man.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Zombie man.
They're going to bring back a lot. Think of how many science fiction characters there have been in wrestling. You could probably think of a couple.
The guy that shoots your arm.
Wrath and Mortis. Who'd shoot on your arm?
Oh, is that a video game?
That was a video game, dude. You're thinking of Blanca from Street Fighter.
No, there was a wrestling game. Tecmo Wrestling?
Oh, no, you're going way back. There was a wrestling game. Just Pro Wrestling, I think it was called.
Tecmo, right? That's awesome.
Man, I don't remember what that guy's name was.
The guy ate you.
No, yeah, he bit you. He didn't eat you, literally. Well, I guess however you want to look at it, guys. But yeah, that was an awesome game. I wish I could remember more about it. It was old. It was old. Yeah.
Starman?
Starman was everyone's favorite. So now you guys know exactly what we're talking about.
Flyer.
Yeah. You know what? For your wrestling news, let's just talk about old wrestling video games for a little while.
Sure.
I know your favorite is WCW Revenge.
That was awesome. You can't tell me.
I liked it.
Top 5. Easy.
Yeah, I liked it. It was one of my favorites. I like them all. I like the new SmackDown, man. I really do. I like 2010.
What's your favorite? Mine was the arcade.
All time?
Arcade
game. The what the hell was it?
Superstars?
Was it called Superstars in the arcade?
It was.
I forget, man, but I used to play it a lot.
Man, tag team.
Yes, the tag team. They come out like the WrestleMania 3, where they come out on the ring like a little platform, set up like a ring. That was an awesome game. All right, so that's it for wrestling video games. We're gonna. That's it. Well, there's not really a variety anymore.
Yeah, because they're not.
What's that one? The Fire Pro Wrestling? Is that what it was called? A lot of people like.
One.
I think that was the takeoff of it. That was it. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So yeah.
I don't have the time.
We don't have time for that. But there's probably people who do it for you.
Sure.
I found something interesting. Steve Austin.
Stunning Steve?
Yeah, Stunning Steve Austin had something to say about Hulk Hogan. They asked him, they said, are you ever going to have a match with Hogan? And he says, every year the WWF or the WWE was coming to him and asking him, when are you going to have a match with Hogan? Do you want to have a match? Do you feel like having a match? Do you want to have a match this year? How about this year, Steve? I guess every year they were asking him.
His neck broke?
Yeah. And I guess he said, the reason he said no, and he said and he's probably right, it wouldn't live up to anyone's expectations.
Of course not. Hogan can barely walk.
Right.
This guy can barely take a shot to the neck.
Right. So it's probably better to just leave it as it is.
Yes, of course. Terrible
idea. It's too bad because even if they could just get in the ring together.
Do what?
Kick each other, kid each other. Just any little thing, just entertain it all.
No.
I think they could do it, man. It would be so big. They'd make so much money and people want to see it.
This isn't The Rock Hogan.
They could have a couple little spots worked out, man. No, it'll never be The Rock Hogan.
Okay.
That was Austin's chance. They asked Austin first.
Okay, well.
Austin didn't want to do it. He didn't like the storyline.
He missed it.
It was a bad storyline, but it didn't matter. The storyline didn't matter. It was just about The Rock and Hogan.
Did Goldberg-Austin happen? I don't think so.
Never. No,
that would have been huge, I think.
No, they looked like they might move towards that a little bit, but then Goldberg and Lesnar left after WrestleMania.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been huge. I think at that time, that would have been unbelievable.
Yes.
Yo.
What's up, Wrestling George?
I'm over here in the chat room, and actually there's somebody on the line listening right now who's actually hung out with the Big Show.
Oh, or so they say. Thanks for the breaking news. No, what do they say, Wrestling George? What are they saying?
No. I've seen pictures and everything. This guy's definitely
interesting.
What's that?
What did they say at the Big Show? What did they tell you? He hung out with him and did what?
I never found out the story, but I'm sure he has one. I'm sure this guy has a good one. It's real. I mean, he does everything.
Oh boy!
Everybody hangs out with Phil George.
It's real because he told you, huh?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah. We found this crazy alligator in our backyard yesterday, and
we have a guy in the chat. We have a guy in the chat room going crazy, saying
Whoa.
that legit Samoa Joe was kidnapped. It's real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, legit news.
Wow,
I missed that on the evening news. I thought that was going to follow up. Pro wrestler kidnapped in the middle of show, and considering it was taped, this should have broken a long time ago.
Yeah, well,
we should have had the cops on that, man.
You should be all over there.
TMZ would have been all over that. Anything else, Wrestling George? Did someone talk to, Pete Rose in the chat room?
I don't know. Pete Rose.
Somebody got the dinner with your great colleague.
Do you know Pete Rose?
Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
I think he's drunk. Everybody, Wrestling George is drunk, so please don't pay any mind to him.
Do you know Pete Rose is in the Hall of Fame, WWE?
Pete Rose is in the WWE Hall of Fame, yeah. So is that unbelievable?
And the Fridge, Perry, William the Fridge Perry, also in the WWE Hall of Fame. What does that tell you?
William the Fridge.
Oh, man, that's bad. That's not a Hall of Fame.
Silly stuff.
Come on.
They're inducted as celebrities, WWE celebrities. But, you know, it's all for money. We said this. We don't have to say it every week. We'll say it when it comes around, because then it's going to be time. And I still like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's fun to celebrate the wrestlers. But it's important. But listen, the thing here is, the reason I say it so much is because you want everyone to know, if a wrestler's not in this Hall of Fame, it means nothing.
Right.
Because there's so many wrestlers. The reason we say this, there's so many out there that deserve it. I don't even want to say more. But it's clear, you know, there's sort of an agenda here when it comes to the Hall of Fame and Vince McMahon. So it's important that everyone understand and acknowledge that.
Right, because don't you think it would make you mad if you were, let's say you really were a Jake the Snake fan. Okay, just in general, though, you were.
There we go.
Don't you think you'd be mad if he wasn't in?
There's a lot more than Jake the Snake.
Sure, but I'm just throwing something out. So
sure, Macho Man.
Okay, Macho Man. Let's say you're a big fan of him.
There's a lot.
You why don't you be
the
mad?
Ultimate Warrior.
Why don't you hold that?
As much as you can hate on him all you want.
He deserves it.
He was huge, and he gave Hulk Hogan and WWF a boost at that time when Macho Man and Hogan were kind of all the headliners they really had, and it exploded.
He came in like a bang, man.
He was huge. It was either Hogan or Warrior, and I lived through this when I was a kid, so I know we were picking sides, and I was broken when Hogan lost that. Oh well. What else do you want to talk about today, TNA TJ? Anything on your mind? Wrestling? You don't have to go with the script, buddy. TNA TJ is looking through the script.
Look at the script.
Flying around here, matches, what's going on. You want to go back to our Elimination Chamber predictions?
Oh, big nasty. They got your Nastyville shirt yet in the evening?
I got my Nastyville shirt, everybody. I'm ready to see some Pity City all day long. How incredible is that, everybody? Nasty Boys won a match, pay-per-view, beat the Dudleys.
How'd they beat them? With the nasty pitch?
Yeah, interference.
Oh, man.
Unbelievable, man. I'm just distraught about this. I'm really hurt about all this. The Nasty Boys. But listen, I'm a big TNA fan and supporter. I'm a big wrestling supporter. But I'm just distraught that they're bringing on the Nasty Boys and giving them victories. We're going backwards here. Hulk Hogan, there's a reason. He's a name. He brings attention. You know, he's still good on the mic. He's still good on camera. He still has the charisma. He doesn't have to wrestle all that much, same as Ric Flair. You know, but bringing in the Nasties is pointless. Bringing in, Val Venus was pointless.
Yeah,
but listen, hey, we didn't see any Val Venus on the last taping. So, maybe, they're probably finding their direction right now.
Good. What's a good pop? What tag team would you take, though, right now? Old school.
Beer money.
No. Old school. Like, instead of Nasty Boys, if he was like, hey, I got this tag team from 1989 that wants to come back, who would you take?
To come back?
Sure. Like, who would you say, you know what, that's not such a bad idea?
The Hart Foundation. Bret Hart agrees to come over. In addition, I'll take Neidhart, and we can do a little reunion tour that would make some money.
There we go.
Am I wrong, Wrestling George?
What's that?
Oh,
how many beers have you drank tonight?
How many beers?
How many beers have you drank? How many is that tonight?
Oh, not many. I'm just getting started. I think I'm on number 2, 3. This is 3 right now.
I was on the six-pack. You're on the
2 or 3, huh?
3. This is just to get warmed up for this night. I mean, look how early it is. I mean,
You'll be asleep.
I think you're going to be asleep in 30 minutes.
Well, oh, yeah.
With the beer spilling all over your chest.
Now listen, he's going to clubs, he's going limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing.
Man.
Son of a gun.
This is all real. This is all real. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what the hell is he talking about? Wrestling George.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is all real.
You better not be causing trouble in the chat rooms again.
What's he doing?
And I want all our, listeners, if Wrestling George is giving you guys a hard time,
Speak up.
Speak up to him. Don't take it from him. Don't take that trash. We don't endorse it. Kick his ass. We had a good friend, to all our listeners out there who we love very much. A good friend Darius, he's not in the chat. I think Wrestling George probably upset him last week.
Man. And he swore he was going to be here.
Yeah.
He was mad at me about the Samoa Joe on Twitter.
But TNA TJ does not like Samoa Joe and was getting into it with one of our listeners.
Man. Yes, I was.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
It's opinion, folks. We all have opinions.
Yeah.
It's not a fact.
Take this time. Listen, I don't endorse myself too much, so take this time to remind everyone, and I'm sure you already are, but visit us on YouTube in the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show, youtube.com/Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. There you go.
/.
They know that it's a /.
It's a fact.
You're right, it could be, but no.
You're confused.
Right, yeah.
Or they could put slash.
Yeah, and you guys don't even, and you don't have to type HTTP, all that stuff out either. You can sometimes, usually just type it in,
True. You don't even have to put W anymore.
Right, so yeah, times have changed. Sorry, guys, we're just having a good time this week. That's what we're going to do this week.
We are.
We're having fun. Hopefully you want to listen. We're going to talk wrestling, but we're going to have a good time.
Sure.
We don't do this enough. We have a lot of wonderful callers. We get the indie wrestlers on here. We get, we want to talk to them. We're going to have some wrestlers on here that a lot of you guys are going to know and hopefully have heard of and can call in and talk to. But we like to have a good time on the radio show.
Sure. It's all about having fun.
It's all about having fun. And a lot of times we forget that in wrestling.
Yeah.
We're just trying to have a good time.
Serious?
We take it too serious, baby. We're having a good time. Nobody hates anybody.
No, I don't hate
Me and TJ aren't hanging outside Samoa Joe's house at night.
Yeah, if someone has a Samoa Joe life-size poster in their room,
Samoa Joe's a big guy. He'd kick my ass.
Sure he would. But if somebody has a poster in his room, they got like a calendar, I don't care. If you like the guy, that's cool with me.
Was that a shot? That was a shot. That was I know you.
No.
Underhanded, little dirty shot.
No.
Speaking of shots, how you doing over there, Wrestling George?
Doing good. Doing good.
You awake?
Yeah, I'm researching.
What are you researching, man?
Whoa, research artist.
I'm researching. I'm trying to figure out exactly who was behind the whole Miz incident.
Who's behind the what?
With the Miz and the Big Show and Jericho. Supposedly there's a little problem going on.
Okay, so you're giving us breaking news here.
This is breaking news. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a scoop. We got a scoop.
Inside scoop.
He does this all the time. Whenever you guys hear, breaking news, all that stuff, Wrestling George breaks it into us. What do you got this time, George?
Jericho seems to be taking offense to the Miz stealing his partner away and getting the belts.
Stealing his partner away. It's legit. You mean it's legit, right? It's a shoot. It's real. He's legit upset about it.
He's legitimately upset. Yeah.
Whoa.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Chris Jericho is taking the storyline personal. We got TMZ on this. We scooped him. Wrestling George.
It's huge.
Finally, we exposed Chris Jericho for the crybaby that he is.
It's about time. Thank you, Wrestling George, for that.
Yeah, TMZ, take that.
First to get it.
Woo! Thanks, Wrestling George. We appreciate it, man.
You keep on doing that research.
All right, let's talk a little wrestling. Bret Hart.
The Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart got his foot crushed.
Oh, it looked bad, too, huh?
In a car door.
Oh, I almost threw up. It
looked bad.
Yeah, it was very, man. I thought it was real. I was ready to head over to the hospital.
You could see the backlights on.
Yeah, man.
Before the lady smashed into him.
Bad timing.
Crushed the car door into his leg and broke it. According to WWE.com.
Okay.
Broken leg.
Oh.
And some messed up ligaments.
Ligament
Right.
damage.
Well, of course he's not going to wrestle ever again. Considering all that's happened to him already. He's had a stroke. He was already on a short leash. Can he sue WWE for this?
On their property.
That would be awesome.
I think he should.
That should be the storyline.
It would be smart.
Now that should be the storyline. It's stupid.
McMahon.
It's stupid that they did that, but that would be the storyline to save it. Don't you agree, Wrestling George?
I think it was real.
It was legit. It was a shoot.
It was real. It was real. That was supposed to go forward.
So you think McMahon might have ordered this?
I think McMahon was in on it. And,
so you don't think it was just a reckless driver, just a girl just not paying attention?
Yes, I think she. It's a toss-up. I think it was real. I don't know which way it went down, but I think it was real.
It was a shoot. All right. I think it was too, man. You got us convinced. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling George has been watching a lot of UFO movies lately.
Wow.
A lot of alien movies, and he's believing in some crazy stuff, so.
Oh. So anything's possible with wrestling.
Anything's possible.
Area?
Are we getting taken over by aliens anytime soon, Wrestling George?
We've already been taken over by aliens a long time ago.
Oh.
Is that a storyline? Are you messing with us? Are you BSing me right now?
Research on this?
This is what's going on right now. I may be releasing too much information.
Do it, man. Do it. Our listeners deserve to hear this. We have a good following, wrestling fans, and if there's stuff happening with aliens, they need to hear about it.
I can't. Over the airwaves, we can get shut down.
Come on, George.
Right now,
come on, George.
There's all types of technology that's far beyond, our imagination.
I wonder if a wrestler is an alien. Any wrestlers?
Are any wrestlers in on it?
Hulk Hogan is a long time.
Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan?
He couldn't have been that big for that guy. He like a monster.
Yeah, I tell you what, he had me hypnotized. He did. That's true. I was a Hulkamaniac from the beginning.
You do everything. Got hurt when he got sat on, though. They're alien. That's their weakness.
Yeah. What was up with the earthquake stuff, man? Did we come up with something to stop that? Big fat guy sits on your chest? Because that took him out for a while.
Aliens can't take that.
Do you like Abyss, his character?
I do. Do you?
I do. Do you, George?
Not really. No.
Not really.
What don't you like?
Say no. I mean, I like this. I think he can be fixed up a little better. But right now, I don't like how he's so scared. I don't like that shit.
He's not scared anymore.
Whoa. You don't like that stuff. This is PG, man, When they ask me, I put mature audiences. I mean, regular audiences. Ship. You don't know about that ship? Something going on?
Yeah, I don't know about all
Aaron
that.
C. show. You're talking about the Aaron C. show coming, right?
With the big ships.
Yeah.
Like WWE Raw took a big ship.
There you go.
Down to, tour or something. Let's talk some more Elimination Chamber wrestling, George. TNA TJ. Undertaker. The Undertaker. The scary man.
He is scary.
He's been around.
With his eyes in his head.
He's been around for a long time.
Man.
And he's wrestling John Morrison, not Jim Morrison.
Oh.
He confused me in the beginning.
You thought it was Jim.
I thought Jim was back.
He thought he was back.
I thought he was back.
And the doors were going to come out. And
did you see the beginning? The way that he comes out and the intro that they have for him, the entrance, the slow motion.
I like that. Whoever came up with that is brilliant.
Awesome. And the WWE, listen, as much as we can rag on certain things, they are so good at producing characters and intros and even the music. They're so good at that whole package.
Yeah.
Now, the storylines are awful. But the characters and the packaging and the production is top-notch. It's great.
They build it. They know how to make it good.
I don't like all the movie stuff. I wish they took it back and made it a little more sport-ish,
right?
As opposed to, the MTV quick cut, fireworks go off at just the right time for the Undertaker to turn around and look over his shoulder and zoom in and look back to Edge and here we, I don't know.
And why
the build for the chamber match has been terrible.
Why?
We have a call.
We do.
From the 910.
Oh, 910.
910. Caller, you're on the air with the Big Al and the Big Al Show. What's up?
Not much. Yo, I haven't been following this much, but what's up with the whole TNA Jeff Hardy thing?
Well,
no question.
Here's this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you see Jeff Hardy climb up the cage a couple weeks back, and nothing's gone with that. Yeah,
apparently what the deal is, I guess Jeff Hardy is telling people, he still talks to TNA, in contact with TNA, that he has a contract, I suppose, waiting for him when, he clears up all his legal ordeals. And Hogan has said on different radio shows, he's been talking with them, they've come up with different names for tag teams. Jeff Hardy tweeted a name, I think it was Heaven's Demons for a tag team with him and Shannon Moore. And I heard Shannon Moore was coming along.
Yeah, Shannon Moore would come back to TNA like he used to back when he used to work for both companies at the same time.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But right now it's kind of, I guess it's up in the air. I don't know if he has, do they have a signed contract? Does he have, does he have to go there when his legal situation is cleared up, or could he go back to the WWE? I don't know.
Yeah, but even if he comes back, TNA's kind of looking like they're getting too many young guys at the same time, looking like they're going to have to cut some contracts coming up.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like they have to figure out who they're going to focus on. And there's only so much room. There's only going to be so much room to do that. If they're going to bring, RVD back and a couple more guys, it's going to get loaded in there.
Yeah. Speaking about the Abyss character you were talking about a little earlier ago, looks like they're going with the old storyline they used for Kane, though. Like Kane in the WWE a couple of years ago.
Who's that?
Kane back in the WWE a couple of years ago. They were doing kind of a little boyish.
A little Kane-ish, and you could even say a little, he's always been a little Mankind-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of, I look at all those characters and I see kind of a resemblance, but they do that, in wrestling from generation to generation. They kind of do steal the gimmick a little and bite a little bit from everybody's character. But he's kind of a little bit of rip-off of, I think, a couple of people put together, but he's good for a big man. I think he's a good, he's good on the screen. I kind of buy into it.
No, I like his character better than the Kane character back with the whole Lita situation and all that. I like his character a lot more.
Oh, boy, the Kane character was awesome, but the WWE took a dump on it.
Yeah.
Completely now. He's a jobber, practically.
Yeah.
He's going to get ready to lay down for Drew McIntyre on Sunday.
One more thing.
Sure.
My biggest problem with what TNA is doing now with the whole Monday Night Wars coming back, which a lot of people I know like, I'm not a huge fan of it, because Thursday nights are empty to me now. Because, what am I going to watch, Superstars?
Yeah, right.
No,
I hear you. It takes one more show away from you as a fan that you could watch at a different time. But it was taped. I hate taped shows.
I'm okay with tape shows because I can overlook it. Like, TNA's always done it. Like, you were talking about the whole title thing. They've done the title thing for years. Like, and you just overlook it. You just get used to it. But,
What do you mean the title thing?
At the beginning of every TNA show, they give a little title or whatever it is. They've done that for a long time now.
Oh, I don't even pay attention to it.
The name of the show.
Exactly. I don't look at that anymore either.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Maybe they want to bring in the soap opera crowd or something. I have no clue. Right. But,
Yeah. All right, brother. We appreciate your call, man.
All right. Thank you. Peace.
Thanks for calling in. Good call. Brought up some nice stuff.
I think he has a valid point with the show going live on a Monday. I would have preferred
only
to go live
on a Thursday.
Any day.
That's the only argument that you could make.
But
they only have, you also got to remember, they only have Hogan and these guys for so long.
I know.
You know, they got to push them now. How long can they wait if their contract expires?
Right.
God forbid, I don't want it to happen, but he's old. I mean, something could happen to all these guys.
Look, I mean,
so they got to move, man, if they want to do it. But you're right. If they were going to build something up, they could do it Thursday live.
Right. Or Wednesday or Tuesday. Who cares?
Well, Thursday's a better day, I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If they got a live deal, I think they would have took it.
Right.
It didn't matter.
Spike seems to be behind them.
They are. Well, how bad can it get? Really?
Did you like seeing Mae Young kiss Jerry Springer on the lips?
No.
I thought that was real cute.
Third grade.
I liked Mae Young.
They're so silly by now. I'm sorry.
I think Mae Young is cool.
Sure, she's cool. There's a lot of old.
Did we make our picks? We didn't make our picks. Taker Morrison, CM Punk, who we love, Chris Jericho, who we love, Mysterio, who we're sick of.
All right, well, CM Punk ain't winning because Mysterio.
Truth ain't who we like.
They won't push him.
I like Truth.
But they won't push him.
They won't push him. Mysterio could win.
He wins all the time.
Right, so he could win. Jericho could win.
Sure, but he won't.
CM Punk will not win.
No.
He won't get that good of a rub here.
No, he won't. They should, but they won't.
Morrison? No. But he's another guy I like.
And I don't think he gets to.
No, but he doesn't have. They haven't developed his character right enough. And it's so he had such a character just waiting, for them just to wrap their arms around and push. And they're really not doing anything with him. He really looks like a rock star.
I think he should have more of a following.
He should definitely have a bigger following. And The Undertaker, right. The Undertaker, who, of course, could win. So I'm going to go ahead and say Jericho. You?
Yeah,
Jericho, yeah. Gail Kim versus...
Who cares?
Who the hell is Gail Kim going against?
Who cares?
Who's Gail Kim going against, Wrestling George? I have her name written down.
Research.
There was only 4 matches.
Research.
McIntyre's going against Kane. Definitely going McIntyre. They're going to put him over.
So you think when Kane lost his mask, he lost his soul?
Kane lost his mask, he lost everything.
Lots of money.
Oh, that was a disaster.
It's over with.
You don't see him taking Mysterio's mask off right now.
Yeah, he took Undertaker's role away, and he's back.
The motorcycle man?
Yeah, he's back.
He's always done the motorcycle stuff, though.
But he's not with the motorcycle.
Right, he did kind of more like of a badass
Didn't
thing.
Work.
Attitude era? No, I think it was okay.
Yeah.
It was a good switch-up role for him.
But people don't mind.
Made him more interesting for a clip. I liked it.
I guess.
Did you find out for me, Wrestling George?
No.
Thanks a lot, Wrestling George. Wrestling George is drunk. He's finished.
No,
Terrible.
What'd you think of MVP and Mark Henry beating The Miz and The Big Show? The champions losing in their first defense, but it's not a defense. I'm sorry, it was a non-title match.
Non-title.
And they lost to MVP and Mark Henry.
No.
Wow. So The Big Show really makes you weak.
Right.
Because pretty much The Miz has owned MVP.
Right.
Up to this point. And Mark Henry sucks.
Mark Henry.
Right. So, again, the booking is so nonsensical. And you wonder if they flip coins to decide who's going to win matches, or if they spin a wheel of predetermined outcomes to decide how to finish a match sometimes.
Right. And it's a non-title match.
So listen, I'm sorry, the TNA does the same thing. They do very stupid things. Okay?
They rush it.
What were you telling me? Something that you hated I had forgot to mention about TNA this week that I agreed with you completely.
Oh, the Eric Bischoff goons coming in. It was.
Oh, yes, Eric Bischoff's goons. What the hell was that? Just a group of random wrestlers who like Eric Bischoff? And Desmond Wolfe is just like thrown in there, this awesome talker, this awesome wrestler, great all-around guy who you could probably push main event, and he's coming out with Raven.
Right. And his client.
Oh, listen, I like Daphne and I like Raven, but I mean, we're doing the flop all over again.
More sense because they're scrubs. Okay, but why have Desmond Wolfe, who has nothing to do with Raven? These guys are hanging out?
Nothing, and they don't even act alike, look alike, seem alike. Give me a break.
Who did he call him the officer earlier?
The late great Gorilla would say. Give me a break.
I want Wolf in my room.
I like Beer Money, but I think...
Oh, come on. You like that tag team? Really?
Yeah, but I think Rude needs to go on his own. I don't like them as a tag team.
Thank you. And man, it's an awful tag team. You got a country guy, and you got Rude, who looks nothing like the other guy.
He looks nothing like the country guy.
No.
What do you think of that tag team wrestling, George? Beer Money.
Of course he likes it.
I like him.
I don't like beer money.
Wow.
And I'm going to go with Mar-Ec over Gail Kim.
Maurice over Gail. I'm going to go with Gail Kim. Gail Kim, definitely. I like her.
I don't like beer
She's
money.
awesome. They need to push her hard. She's sexy, too. I prefer the exotic women, just in case anyone's wondering. You know, the non-white women. Sorry, everybody. It's just the way it is. White women can all go to they can seek Wrestling George. He's looking for you. Right, Wrestling George? You want to give out your number if any ladies want to call you?
There's no white girls in here. Any white girls?
Any white girls? TNA TJ. He likes them big, fat, and ugly.
Yeah, all the time.
Just kidding. All right. What you think of SmackDown? I missed a little bit of it, but I caught about 80%.
I thought I didn't see it.
What I saw was okay.
I didn't see it. Sorry.
The Jericho stuff. Jericho's always good. His stuff with Edge in the beginning was okay. You saw it. Yeah, we watched it yesterday. Edge and Batista. Batista sucks, man. He's so boring. I'm sorry.
Here's his moment.
He's starting to learn his character a little, starting to become a better heel.
But don't you think he should have just walked out?
We said that. He should have just taken off.
I mean,
he should have, after he got the crowd into it and he made it like he was going to wrestle and then he was going to leave, just walk away. Take the count out. Forget it.
Call him yellow.
That should have been something he started doing on a regular basis.
So you call him yellow?
What did he call him? No, he didn't call him yellow.
No. Something else. Like,
he called him something and
guy.
Wimpy, I don't know, some stupid word that apparently Batista, maybe these kids used to pick on him when he was young and it touched a nerve. Because he seemed like he was set on taking off until he said that. And then he turned around and he was mad. Just every wrestler should remember that word because apparently that's the way to bring Batista out. The next Raw, they should have him on a Titantron, like he's in another state. Have somebody call him that. And by the end of the show, he's there. Yeah, he's out there. Just kidding. Wrestling George, what are you doing? You're making noise over there. Are you all right? You're not throwing up, are you?
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm about to head to the store.
Oh, I bet you are about to head to the store. Why don't you wait for 9 minutes, buddy, until we're off the air, and we'll head to the store with you. Makes sense?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's talk some more wrestling here. Antonio Inoki, famous promoter,
nice.
New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's in the hall. That's cool. Do you want to talk more about Orlando Jordan being bisexual, George?
You pulling up any of his pictures?
I think Orlando Jordan.
You know he's from Miami.
He lives
in
South Miami. From South Beach. Is that legit? Are you shooting right now?
This is real stuff here. Nothing. This is facts.
Okay.
You guys should go rollerblading together?
Yeah. Have you hung out with him?
No, but a friend of mine that I know told me they met him.
You know a lot of people, that's George. You know everybody. You got people who hang out with Jordan, people who hang out with the Big Show. Do you got anybody who's hanging out with Daphne? Because I want to talk to her. Ooh. She's sexy. She can bang that shit over me anytime. She is sexy, isn't she?
She's a white girl, by the way.
Yeah, but she's different. I like her. She can get a pass.
Different looking.
She can get a pass.
She's very sexy in her way.
All right. Before things get a little too hot and heated here, on the Big Al Show. Don't get me started talking about Alicia Fox, everybody. That's my favorite diva, by the way. WWE. Oh, she's so sexy.
That's for you.
Love her. That is for me. All me, baby. How do you like Ric Flair and the Pope going at it? That was probably the best segment I've seen in a long time.
Great start for the show, number one. Okay?
Yeah.
Awesome way to start a show. That's how shows should be started. But yeah, I loved it. And very smart not having a talk, by the way.
Keep him quiet. I like him a lot better, just, sticking his face in girls' necks and carrying the belt. That's where he belongs.
To say I'm the champ, that's fine. I can deal with that.
Much better that way. There wasn't a lot of news in wrestling this week.
Yeah, I know.
Not a whole lot of stuff going on.
UI?
No, low blow. No, no big news going on with wrestling for the most part, except the Elimination Chamber coming up.
Well, that's not too interesting.
So, you're not a big fan.
Nah.
I think it'll be okay. I've never been a big Elimination Chamber fan. I don't like the gimmick pay-per-views. I like just having a card, man.
I like it.
Six awesome big matches or 8, really good matches, and just that's it.
And there's a lot.
Some of them are for titles. Some of them, ladder match here,
dog collar match,
table match, dog collar match here and there. Yeah. Old school, baby. Let's bring it back.
Hair versus hair.
Hair versus hair. I'm not with that.
No.
Viagra on a pole.
Is that what is that gonna do for the other guy?
I don't know I forget what that was all about.
That
was unbelievable.
No more nookie for that guy.
Oh, Viagra on a pole. I don't know. I don't even want to get started.
Steroids on the pole.
Some of these steroids on a pole.
Yeah, good. Next 2 weeks got come.
Who would be the 2 wrestlers who would be competing?
Steiner.
Oh, low blow to Scott Steiner.
Oh, wouldn't it be?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Ultimate Warrior.
Yes, for sure.
Steroids on a pole, and the freaking Warrior would kick his
I
ass.
think that would be a gruesome match.
That'd be
arm broken.
That'd be a death match. Bring it on, ladies. We're getting silly here on the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show. Well, wrestling's not giving it to us as well as they should, so we gotta cover for them. Yeah. Make sure you guys all visit the website. Make sure you guys all watch the videos. That's it, man. We're gonna start shutting down here in a minute. If anybody wants to call in last minute, have a last word, I'll give them 60 seconds if they call real fast. 60 seconds. That's all we got, because we got 5 minutes. Wrestling George, you got anything you want to say? He's awake.
I was thinking about calling the Warlord right now and challenging him.
You're going to challenge the Warlord from Hours of Pain?
Wow.
I got his number. I got his personal number.
Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone.
I'm on a time restraint here, but we can see what I can do.
You didn't even set it up, see?
Yeah.
So what a bum. Where are you getting a pay cut?
Yeah.
Your salary has been drastically reduced. And no, ladies and gentlemen, no one makes any money on the Big Out Show. What?
I'll be on. Give me 1 second right here. Here we go. I'll
You got
call
4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes for Wrestling George. We're going to call Warlord. If anybody remembers the Warlord, he's working now. He's a bouncer. We're going to try to get him on the phone right now.
Security guard.
What's his real name?
Warlord.
Okay.
Dude, we can't do this. We're going to get in trouble. He's going to be real upset with us.
Who cares?
He's not going to get... We'll be fine.
He's going to kick fucking George.
He's going to come after us, man. He's going to... Hey, this guy got eliminated fastest from the Royal Rumble.
He's mad.
Up until Santino took his record.
Well, hey. He doesn't have the record anymore. Oh, what's that?
George is dialing. Wrestling George is dialing, ladies and gentlemen. He's dialing the club that Warlord works at. You can't do this, Wrestling George. We got to take you off the air. It's illegal.
Illegal.
Are we going to call the Barbarian and Ming?
I think we should.
Mr. Fuji, do we have his phone number?
Slick?
Slick was an awesome promo guy. All right, Wrestling George, we're going to say our goodbyes, buddy. Sorry.
All right. Next week.
You got anything you want to say? Next week we're going to call Warlord.
Right. That's right. Next week we're going to call him, straighten him out.
Straighten him out, huh?
What do you mean straighten him out? You can straighten him out. I'm not touching him. He'll beat you silly.
I'll set it up, too.
I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday. I know I'm going to have a great Saturday. We're going to go out and party tonight.
We are?
Yeah, we're going to have a big night on the town, my friend. Big night planned,
doing
big things here at the Kick-Ass Wrestling Show / The Big Al Show. We appreciate all of you guys for listening, as always. I thank everybody for coming by, for hanging out in the chat room. All of our guests, thanks to Grim for being in the chat and also calling in. Vicky, as always, and all of our mystery men and women as guests.
With their mask on.
Yes, whomever they are. All right, we had a good time this week.
We did.
I always have fun kicking it with my good buddy TNA TJ and our friend Wrestling George.
All day.
And, that's it. We'll see you guys next week. We're going to start having some planned shows on here. We're going to get some different people on here. We got some wrestlers. in the works, ladies and gentlemen. So you're going to want to keep on following us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Just like you used to watch WCW Saturday night with Jim Ross back in the day at 6:05, you're going to be listening to the Big Al Show. We're going to bring wrestlers on here. We're going to take it back, old school. So we will see you guys next week, next Saturday. We will hear from you guys, hopefully, after the show. Listen to the show, watch the show every Monday on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Big Al, TNA TJ,
WCW, baby.
and Mr. Wrestling George saying so long and good luck.
Yo.
What you want?